try my analog stick on this is not good. Probably should have taken a minute to refamiliarize myself with the controls because it's been a while since I've played any video game on my PS4. Actually, that's not true. I was playing, oh man, my analog stick is really going out. It's been a while since I played any game like this. So I'm just refamiliarizing myself with some of the controls right now before I let people know what's going on. Okay. Remember that. I know combat shouldn't be too much of a problem. I remember how to parry and stuff. Alright.
You made it.
Gonna let people know that I'm streaming. And while I do that, for those of you joining us, I am not watching the chat right now because I am still setting up. I have a couple things that I want to talk about today while I stream. I had a list, but I've kind of been derailed on that because before I was streaming, I was listening to the podcasts, or listening to older podcasts. I was listening to the Rise of Skywalker podcast that we did a year ago now. It was me, Robert, and Coop. And while I was doing that, I found out that we got information on the new He-Man series coming out. And it's just some images that Netflix released. And it looks awesome. The new He-Man looks dope. It doesn't look like She-Ra, which I haven't seen anyone complain about that. I know She-Ra's art style got some flack that I don't think it deserves. I think it completely works for that show. I know there's similar shows with similar art styles that don't work as well, like Steven Universe, but like it is different. Like She-Ra does not actually look that much like Steven Universe. I'm not going to get into the whole Cal Arts thing right now. I've been on this rant a couple times on this channel, on live streams and podcasts and stuff. The whole Cal Arts thing is a lie. Moving my mic a little closer. The whole Cal Arts argument as like or the whole Cal Arts is all bad. Like that whole thing is built on a lie. It's built on a meme that someone made by doctoring screenshots from there's Gumball, Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and Steven Universe. Those were the 4 shows that they took.
A lifetime ago.
And of those 4 shows,
and I were still children.
Do you remember what happened?
Parts of Gravity Falls kind of falls into what they are talking about, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil does.
And
Gumball and Star, for the most part, do not at all.
Draw Altan out of hiding.
Like if you look at actual screenshots of Gumball uses literally every single art style ever. It's just this fever dream mismatch of disparate elements that just it's really good actually. Like Gumball is one of the better shows that's been on Cartoon Network over the last 10 years. Like that, the Adventure Time maybe.
Never like this.
Altan brings out the best in people.
What else has been on Cartoon Network? Was Young Justice on Cartoon Network? I'd count that as well.
I can't do this. I can't go back in
Probably
there.
put it on Discord as
You
well.
don't have to. Stay here.
I tweeted
I will deliver your vengeance.
out the link.
Make them suffer,
Put
Jin.
it on Discord as well.
Taka,
I should probably pull up
for
chat.
every scar they gave us, for every head they collected, from the tired
For those of
workers
you
who
joining
just
us, this
asked
is
for
my
more water.
7th time streaming
Suffer for me.
this game, the
Can
Ghost of
repay their
Tsushima.
cruelty and take their heads.
And
That won't be enough.
last time it was really short.
Not
I
after
wasn't
our
feeling
town
good,
pushed
and
them to
people
this.
weren't watching it, so I just like
I will
gave
kill
up
them
on
where they
having
sleep,
it be a stream.
without being seen.
This
Show our town
one,
that no one is beyond the reach of the ghost.
I got more to talk about. Today.
Mongols won't sleep for a week.
And I hope more people join because in about 3 hours
Jin.
I'm probably gonna pass out,
If it goes wrong in
and
there,
then I got work tomorrow.
don't let them take you alive.
Right now, it looks like there's only one other person watching. So there's that. Sorry, this is a game with light stealth elements, and if you've seen any of my streams, you know I'm not the best at this game. Especially with my controller the way it is.
You deserve worse. Now for your head.
My controller is really just... I need a new one. I'll have to order that tomorrow. I'll have to order a whole new
2 brothers to go.
PS4 controller. Gonna get me
You're
some,
safe here until I deal with your captors.
You killed a guard. Oh, am I not supposed to kill any guards? Oh, that sucks.
2 brothers to go.
Don't hurt me, please. I won't tell anyone.
You're safe here until I deal with your captors.
So I should try sticking to the roofs. So then, where are my actual targets at? So I feel like they wouldn't be over there. Oh yeah, I think one of them is in the field. Subtle. Don't mind me, I'm just a dude who just broke my ankles jumping off a rooftop.
Let's get him. Don't hurt me.
I was seen. I'm a lot better at games when I can just kill everyone and not worry about it. Oh, yeah, don't kill the guard, it's right up there at the top. Okay, let's try dropping from a lower angle this time. Ha ha ha, you did not see me. If he ever looks away. What if I could drop him with an arrow and it not matter? Ooh, maybe he's gonna come over here. Come on. Turn around. Isn't there a song that starts with turn around?
I'll take your head. Leave the rest for the insects.
They're gonna be on alert. But I think that's the checkpoint after I flick the head.
One brother left.
So where would the other one be? Is that no? That's a guard. Those are all guards. I think he's over there. How do I get there from here without being seen and without killing anybody? Probably could have sprinted. Probably could still sprint.
Sein Herr. Zugsen Bolota.
Yeah, I think that's him in that building there. I have like wind chimes or something. So how are y'all doing today? It's awfully quiet in the chat.
Your head for your cruelty.
And nobody suspected a thing.
That's the last.
Now I have to get out of
Get
here
back to Yuna without being seen.
without being seen. Or killing anyone. That was simple enough. I think on my first playthrough I got the guy in the field last. So it was a lot more, harrowing getting out of there.
They'll never take another slave.
Tell me they suffered.
Not as much as they deserved.
Tell me they suffered.
All of
No, it was
Fortuna
pretty
will
quick
know
and
what became
painless. I
of
kind of just cut off their heads.
All
It was
the
done with
horrible
them.
things they did. For years. And I knew. They never did anything.
We can do something now. It's time we sent Altan a message.
Written in blood and covered in flies.
Let's draw the Mongols out. Send our message.
I want to watch.
We'll hide in the tall grass.
I'll get their attention.
Gatsar Harar Shulgilgi. Oishan Metek Tekerekte.
Look at them, running like scared dogs.
Altan will hear of this.
But it won't be enough. All the slaves in that farm came from one man, the Black Wolf.
Then we'll hunt him down and bury another one of Altan's friends.
I'll find the Black Wolf along the coast, near his old hunting grounds. Look for me there.
Silent but deadly. So am I allowed to now go in there and just murder? I feel like I should be allowed to go in here and just murder. Oh, no one's in here because it's only for the story. Alright. What's next? There's another unit mission. It's like 2 more Masako missions. I really want to do the rest of Act 2. I also don't want this stream to be like 5 hours long. Especially since I'm going to have to sleep at some point. I've been up since midnight. So I've been up for already 12, 13, 14, 15 hours. So, like, 3 p.m. today, that's going to be my bedtime, actually. I've been up since before midnight, I think. Yeah, I've been up for 12 hours now. I'll have been up for 15 hours by the time I'm done with the stream. Ask me any questions. It's always way more interesting when people are in the chat and actually talking and asking me questions. And derailing my entire trains of thought. Because God, am I not good at this. I am neither good nor bad enough at this game to make the stream interesting. I'm just kind of average, I guess. I'm also not good at spitballing and playing at the same time. Like if this were a podcast, if I sat down with like a outline thing and I could kind of edit around my pauses and stuff. I mean, hopefully y'all have seen my Falcon and the Winter Soldier dissertation I did. My Captain America seminar. Most of that was off the cuff, and I think that went really well. Not a whole lot of people ended up watching it, but I enjoyed making it. Water too deep for my horse. That's lame.
Hey!
I'm gonna just let him kill me. Like I said, I'm not very good at this game. How far back does that put me, though? Alright, not very far.
Who will face me first?
At
I hate when they take forever to actually attack. I'm also made like 5 times worse by the fact that I am constantly fighting with my analog stick. I know it's not too much of an excuse, but it really is going dead. I see another dog over there. I saw another guy over there. Yeah, but there's more people here, including the big guy. See if I can get the drop. I was not ready for you. God, there's so many more guys.
Stand and fight!
That was a quick way to dispatch their general. Guess that's who that was. To have the indication for him. Because I thought I'd kill them. Maybe there's 3 of them. Maybe there are 3 generals. Kind of a lot to have in one camp, though. Now on with the story. No more distractions. Aside from the fact that this is all going to be side quests.
Ronin are slaughtering those people.
A couple of people just joined all at once. Skeptic Autopsy, yeah, asked if I've seen Invincible. No, I haven't, and I don't know how interested I am in it. Like, I'm done with the, like, edgy hero stuff. And I've been done with it for a long time now. It's been a long time since I've been able to enjoy anything that takes inspiration from watching. Like, the idea of, like, oh, what if heroes were not good people, just, it doesn't appeal to me. You know? And it never really did. Like, I've never really enjoyed Watchmen or the crazy versions of Batman or, like, Superman Red Son or any of those times that, like, you know, various heroes have gone through heel turns. Like, it just, it grades on me, honestly. It really does.
Survivors.
Unlike the boys, I'm not familiar with the Invincible comics. And I've heard mixed things about them. And those mixed things have also translated to the show itself.
Why did the Ronin attack?
Like, I have on pretty good authority that it is just kind of edgy BS.
Took my husband, Oda.
Do you know where they went?
They talked
Very
about
try-hard,
going
very
to a
try-hard,
gorge in the
especially
north.
with its violence.
Please, save my Oda.
She must mean Hollow Gorge. Thieves use it for smuggling and selling slaves.
Yeah, a bunch of people joined all at once and then just left. Did I scare them away by shooting that Ronin with a bow and arrow instead of fighting with my sword like a real man? Well, guess what? I'm not a real man. I'm a video game character. Jin Sakai never even existed. This whole game's a fake. It's a phony, a big fat phony. Search for the Ronin camp by the gorge. Oh, this is gonna be fun with how little resolve I have left. After I just wasted it on a bunch of special moves. Maybe I should actually use stealth.
Looking for me?
Portal. Kill me. No real middle ground here. Either I'm gonna get a bunch of resolve back or I'm gonna die.
Hold still.
A man from Jericho told me you saved his town. Good to put. There's no escape.
Also, even if I wanted to watch Invincible, which I kind of don't, I don't have Amazon Prime, and even if I did, or even if I wanted to watch it illegally, I don't have the time.
Until I've cleared the roads.
Like, you know how long it's taken me to just find a couple hours to play video games today? Like, it's been... Today was probably the first day in like 3 weeks that I've actually picked up my PS4 controller and played an actual video game. Like, that's just how little free time I have right now. Like, last week, all of my free time, all of the time that, like, I was home from work and not sleeping and not recovering from being at work, and it was spent editing that Volume 8 video. The, Ruby's Great Identity Crisis.
Omi village.
I'm right here.
Gonna do a standoff with these guys. Yeah, Ashbury, and even the stream, which, yeah, it's fun and it's kind of productive because it's YouTube work, which is, it is more or less work for me. But even this, like, doing this is helping me stay up. It's helping me stay up because I gotta work 2 to 10 tomorrow. And with my sleep schedule, what it's been the last, few days, I'm not ready to work a 2 to 10 shift.
I'm getting close.
Are you cowards? All right.
Stealth is for cowards, anyway. Also, I don't mess this up.
Don't try to run.
Oh, yep. Snuck up on me there. I totally just tried hitting triangle to counter. Even though it's been even longer since I've played a Batman game. Or since I've really played a Batman game. I fired it up on my computer just to see how it would run. Yeah, no mercy. Trex32 asked, have you, I guess, heard of the new
That was amazing, my lord.
first-person survival horror game inspired by Dino Crisis that's being made? I heard something about a first-person horror dinosaur game. Not so much that it was inspired by Dino Crisis, but I guess Dino Crisis is the... Come on. Dino Crisis is like the go-to dinosaur survival horror game, so I guess it would have to take inspiration
They
from
passed
that.
this way, but headed east.
Do you know where?
They mentioned some cliffs near the river.
I know that place.
That's a game
It's
that if I
surprising
can
we
get it
can't
to work
get
on this computer, I will absolutely stream. Like, I'll buy it day one. As soon as it's like playable and stuff. I'll definitely have to look more into that because I love the concept of Dino Crisis. I never got very far in it because I only played it when I was a kid, and when I was a kid I didn't understand tank controls. I still don't understand tank controls, to be perfectly honest. I think tank controls are a terrible, terrible, dumb idea, and I'm glad that it's no longer a thing.
Those are the cliffs where the Ronin
Like,
live.
it's no longer a thing that games have, like, you know. Which is why I really want a Dino Crisis remake in the style of Resident Evil 2 remake. Oh, well, that works. Not really where I wanted that to go, but, using all the cheap tricks in the book. Sticky bombs, arrows, dodge rolls.
All dead. Should free the men.
They never stood a chance, my lord.
Getting a lot of supplies, though.
You're safe now.
Thank you, my lord. These Ronin deserve death.
They killed innocent people at the inn.
I recognize some of them. They used to serve Clan Yarikawa.
Survivors of the rebellion. But still traitors to their own people.
There are more of us nearby. The Ronin took Hoa, Hyoe, and Oda.
Then Oda's
I
alive.
hate it when my feet itch.
If any were killed here, tend to the bodies. And then
God,
go
I've
somewhere
already
safe.
been going for almost an hour. See, I'm not even touching the controller right now. This is what it's doing. It's making me walk around in circles. I need a new controller. That's on my to-buy list for this paycheck I'm getting. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, is that the name of one of the characters in this? I wasn't paying attention to the dialogue because I was itching my feet. Now I'm all confused. I don't even know what direction I'm supposed to be going. They kind of wandering around in circles. I saw the map and I'm like, wait, what happened to Oda? Is he like sick or something? I was genuinely confused and worried there. Okay, Oda is there somewhere. Okay. Okay, I see now.
We'll find him. Don't let him get away. Drop your sword.
I was gonna make him come up here. It's over, Mongols. I have the high ground. I guess they didn't like the high ground joke.
I'm with you.
Oh, come on. So it's such a good start too, with the exploding arrow to the face, and the high ground joke, and then I just got overwhelmed. I should probably do a standoff, actually.
Hey,
And let's do a standoff, get some stamina, get some resolve. Not like any of the actual threats. Okay, we can kill a shield guy with that. I say not any of the real threats when it was an archer that did me dirty.
you better run. Tricks.
Ronins are just kind of annoying. I know there's a lot of counterplays to them, but I dig this combat system so much that like I want to play it like fair and straight up, and then it just just better to not play it fair and straight up. It's just better to shoot them with bomb arrows in the faces.
My lord. My lord, please. You must hurry to the inn. My wife was wounded.
I spoke to her.
Is she?
Her final thoughts were of you.
Oh no. My poor sweet wife.
Ooh, Trex, that is an excellent and fair question.
Death was avenged.
Um,
These Ronin will never hurt anyone again.
what was Dino Crisis's reasoning for the
I need to
dinosaurs?
see her one last time.
Was it Jurassic
goodbye.
Park style where they were like genetic mutants, or was it time travel? Because that could help determine it. Let's do a story mission. Time travel? Okay, so then... I would personally prefer updated looks. This is just me kind of being terrified of birds, honestly. Like, I actually have, I guess it would be avophobe. I wouldn't call it like an irrational. I've had bad experiences with birds, and so I actually find their current looks with all the feathers and stuff to be way more like horrifying and like fear-inducing. Just because of the bad experiences I've had with birds. Well, who's gonna be too I need to... Oh, this is not a good combo to be fighting right now. It's not letting me. There we go. I had to use my tricks. I had to shoot a guy in the face with an exploding arrow. That's how you solve all the world's problems. Just ask Israel. Oh, that's a bad joke. Someone should quote me on that. If any of you are in the Tundra, you should go into the Kids Say the Tundra things and quote me saying, actually don't, because that's a very volatile political situation. Never mind. Gonna say like, yeah, exploding arrows to explosives to the face solves all the world's issues. Just ask Israel. Okay. If any of you are in HP's break room, you should go into whatever the fuck the quote channel is right now. And quote me saying that. Big mistake.
Alek Bolchich.
That was cheap. As cheap as I'm gonna do though. Track said, I'd prefer the dinosaurs being more up to date myself. It gets boring seeing the same Jurassic Park inspired designs. Yeah, I mean, I don't get personally bored of it. It gets frustrating when things that aren't Jurassic Park keep using Jurassic Park designs. Like, even Ark Survival Evolved, which I bought for PS4. And I played for about 5 minutes before I just got frustrated with how fucking jank that game is. I'd assume it's better on PC.
Stand and fight me.
And not on the base PS4. But that game is full of just poor design choices, and it's got a really poor interface. That's why I couldn't like stand to play it for more than a few minutes. It asks way too much of you way too early on. It's whatever that game's strengths are, the early game is not one of them. Like, it feels like it's going to be one of those games that takes a long time for it to get to a point where it's actually fun to play. It asks way too much of you early on. Instantly, you gotta find food, water, and shelter, and fight off dinosaurs, and deal with the random respawns. You're basically just Dark Soulsing your way through the early game until you like get something that can help you out. So I haven't played much Ark Survival Evolved. But even that game, even Ark Survival Evolved, which boasts some of the most like accurate designs for prehistoric creatures, it uses the Jurassic Park style for the Dilophosaurus. The Dilophosaurs are much smaller than they were in real life, and they got the frills like they do in Jurassic Park, and they got the poison spit like they do in Jurassic Park. Like that's Jurassic Park's thing. Why are you ripping off Jurassic Park? Like, I get why you're ripping off Jurassic Park, but you know, do something else. Like, come on. There's also this kid show on Netflix called Gigantosaurus, which my niece just absolutely adores. It's very Land Before Time-ish with its storytelling. Its art style is kind of weird looking. But there's a character named Dilo. He's a Dilophosaurus, and he's got a frill. Because Jurassic Park Dilos had frills, so why not? It's just... It does get mundane. Especially since Dilophosaurus is one of the few... It gets frustrating with Dilophosaurus in particular, because Dilophosaurus was a way cooler dinosaur than it's portrayed in that movie. And in that franchise. Ashbarian asks, speaking of dinosaurs, thoughts on Kaido's crew? They are my favorite villain crew in One Piece. Ever. The way that they're structured, their animal gimmicks, the ancient Zoan types that all the higher-ups use, Kaido himself, the way he parallels with Luffy and other shonen protagonists, and...
How dare you!
The fact that their main base of operations is a giant, ancient, giant skull. Like something that makes oars look freaking tiny.
I came as soon as I
Look
could.
like a freaking gnat. Like Kaido in his full dragon form is like the caterpillar on this thing's head.
Not now. Thank you. The Khan's army
It'd be the equivalent of like putting a little
had any trouble?
like baby gecko on my head. That's how big this thing is.
I've come for my father's.
But yeah, I love Queen. I love Drake. I know he's not actually part of Kaido's crew, but I like him. I like Ulti. I like Who's Who, and who's the one Frankie's fighting? The Triceratops, Sasaki. Yeah, I like them. Page 1 is a scrub. Jack is a scrub. King needs a better showcase. Right now, him and Queen are fighting Marco, and they're kind of getting manhandled by Marco. They need a better showcase of their abilities. Or they need to explain like what Marco's deal is and why like no one can touch him. Because
I'm glad
this is my theory. I think because of Marco's devil fruit.
The Mongols
His Phoenix Flames, you need that advanced armament conquers hockey combo in order to hit him. Which would explain why Garp was able to like one-shot him. And the only characters we've seen touch Marco are Garp, Rayleigh in the flashback, and that's Kizaru kinda? I say Kizaru kinda because Kizaru didn't do well against him until he got the Sea Stone on him. Once he got those Sea Stone handcuffs on him, it was over. It was over, and Kizaru just used him as a pincushion after that.
Lord Sakai, you're back.
I wish I could stay, but I hear you're taking good care of Yuriko.
You've got that back.
But I love that they have a dude who's got a gorilla for a fist.
Pay my respects.
Like, his whole fist is just a whole ass gorilla. I guess half a gorilla because it's all the gorilla from the waist up.
The weeds haven't been pulled.
Ashbarian said, we need to start finalizing fights. Act 3 is starting to give me arc fatigue. I'm not feeling the fatigue. Yeah, I said this on Twitter. I do want Oda to chill and actually give us some of these fights that he's been teasing. And start knocking them out. Like, I appreciate that he is able to make them intertwine and weave with each other, but it makes the arc so much more compelling and so much more, like, you know, digestible when he separates people and he compartmentalizes his cast and he has them off doing their own thing and he's able to, like, give them, you know, 2 chapters each for their fight. Now, that's what he did in Alabasta. He did that in Innie's Lobby after a while, kinda. He had a little bit of like this with Sanji, where Sanji would kind of bounce around the various fights in Innie's Lobby before he settled on the wolf dude. Is his name Jabara? I don't remember many of the people in CP9's name. I remember Rob Lucci, obviously. I remember Kaku because he was the most entertaining one of that group, and I remember, I think her name was like Khalifa or Khalifa or something, and I only remember that because I was like, oh, it's like the girl from Dragon Ball. The girl from Dragon Ball Super, she's got the same name even though it's spelled differently. But yeah, the final fights, I do think, if page 1 is down for the count, Usopp is open. If not, then I could see Usopp, I could see Usopp finishing off page 1. Nami has called dibs on ulti. I think Marco is gonna do something that heals Zoro, and they're gonna fight King, while Chopper and Sanji fight Queen. Inarashi, I think, is gonna get the final swipe at Jack. I do think, because of how long it's been since we've seen him, I do think that Jinbei's final battle is gonna be Husu. And maybe it'll be revealed some way, somehow, that Husu is actually stronger than Jack. I don't know how they would do that, though. Frankie has Sasaki. Robin has Black Maria. Am I missing anybody? Got a Shootin' Maru versus Orochi. Raizo versus the other ninja dude who's with Orochi. Yamato, I think, is gonna make a beeline for Kaido.
Young master.
And gonna help Luffy out.
Are you alright?
Yes.
His Kinemon is
lightheaded.
open. Because the
For a moment I thought you.
Okito or Oki, the girl
Get inside.
with the red scabbard, she called dibs on Kanjuro.
Who will face me first?
I don't think, who am I missing? Am I missing anybody? Oh, Nekomamushi's gonna have a Parasparrow. That'll be interesting to see, because Parasparrow is someone who, like, he's got a $700-something million bounty.
Yuriko,
Like, he's really strong, but he's not a Yonko commander. He's like underneath Yonko commanders. Like, if Big Mom had Whitebeard's crew structure, he would be. It would be it's like Katakuri, Smoothie, Cracker, Cream when he was still around before he got beat by Mad Monk Rouge. Then right underneath them is Sparrow.
Seeing you like that.
So,
Still shaking.
and again, they're all like
I need
hurt
to
at
catch
this
my breath.
point.
By the lake.
Like the only ones that are kind of like,
Yes.
you know, fresh and stuff were
You said
like
earlier
Who's
you've been
Who
making
and Jinbei
poisons.
before they
It's
started
the
fighting.
vermin out of our rice.
And
Get
Sasaki and Frankie before they started.
to
Even
kill a
Frankie
man.
was kind of like,
No
you
one
know,
deserves
he
that.
Can
he
you
got
do
some
it?
hits on Big Mom earlier.
The effects in larger doses are ugly.
Good.
Oh, my lord. Sit with me a moment. Poison has never been the Sakai way.
No Sakai had to fight the Mongol Empire.
Yeah, I was thinking back on it
need
when I was
every
reading
weapon you have.
the newest chapter because
Tsushima
Nami
can't
got,
afford anything
you know,
less.
kind of got a big showcase
The Mongols have
Um,
changed you, young master.
in the most recent chapter
The
and
world has
called
changed.
dibs on Ulti. Made me realize
Mother
Nami
told me
hasn't
about
had a
things that
one-on-one fight since
Others
Eni's
that
lobby,
harm, even kill.
and Robin
They must be
hasn't had a
consumed.
fight since Thriller
How
Bark.
will you poison the invaders?
A real
Okay,
fight.
adults.
I mean, like going up against someone with some
What if they're
renown.
used by a Genji warrior
Robin
who studied
helped
with monks
fight
from the West?
Dr. Hogback, and it wasn't even one-on-one.
Will you help me?
Robin, I believe, has only had one-on-one fight
Promise
in the
me
entire
you'll
series,
remain
and
a
that
good
was
man.
Sky Island, Skypiea. She fought the priest and
Looked
like
after
just
your every
broke him
need
in
since
half
your mother carried
without
you.
even no
I won't stop.
problems. No, she's fought.
All I need is something.
She's
to make a
helped
break.
out a lot. She helped out a
Used to
lot.
be
She
a
was
lot of
kind of one
raids
of
on the other
her,
side of the
Frankie,
We're the
and
old
Brooke
fishermen.
really did a lot of
Remember?
weight pulling in
You
Thriller
and
Bark.
your little friend gathered them to
Um,
make little boats.
Ryuzo and I.
Then after
we go
that,
away, reenacting
you
the
had
Battle
Saba
of Bunno.
Odi.
Be
She
careful,
helped out
Jin.
against Kuma
I've
and the
seen fires over
Pacifista.
there at night.
Didn't really
Not sure
accomplish
who it
much.
is.
She fought a
Don't
bunch of
worry,
fodder
I'll be
in
back soon
Fishman
with meat.
Island. She didn't really do much in Punk Hazard.
I'll be fine.
What's this at? What's the quickest way across? I think. Do I have my horse with me? Yep. So we need to go this way. Let's see if I can swim or jump across from here. And then in Dressrosa, I know she like caught Cavendish at one point, and she protected Rebecca, but she kind of just stood by and let Kairos take on Diamante,
The old fisherman's home has been
and
taken
that was kind of really frustrating for me as someone who really likes Robin. I was like, that's freaking weak. Come on. They're gonna keep her around after singing off like Sanji and stuff and not have her get a fight, but you're gonna give, you know, Frankie a fight and have his opponent get this like really big elaborate flashback that just he doesn't deserve. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. I don't like how indulgent it is, especially with its abundance of flashbacks and characters getting flashbacks that like, don't need flashbacks. Like Senior Pink story is cool and all, Senior Pink is. It really just highlights how bloated that arc is.
What's he waiting for?
When was the last time, like, you know, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, they get fights all the time.
Seen the flocks of crows flying south. Be the changing seasons are an omen of things to come. Let me tell you.
Perfect for a blowgun. I'll get these to Yuriko.
Here!
Like, just for a little perspective thing, Dressrosa was 100 and I think 2 chapters long. So far, Wano has been like 112. Like, I know it passed. I know it passed Dressrosa recently, for the longest arc in One Piece. Wano validates its length a lot better. It has a lot more going on, a lot more like actual substantive things going on. It has a lot more characters, and it does a lot better at making you care about the characters in the moment without relying heavily on flashbacks. We did get the really lengthy Odin flashback that was a couple chapters long, but that was kind of just typical. That felt more like the Sky Island flashback to me, where it's just here's a break from the arc in order to get like a really good look at the world and how things have gotten to this. And we've also gotten breaks away from Wano,
Yuriko?
where we've seen the rest of the world. We've seen like what Blackbeard is doing, and Kobe's gonna go up against Boa Hancock, and Sabo is in trouble. You know, because he apparently like killed and or kidnapped Vivi.
He loved you in his way.
So, and then on top of that, Wano's just a much more interesting
Yeah,
location,
and dots.
visually
All I
speaking.
need now is the
Like I said, like, Onigashima is a giant ancient monster skull,
Of course, young
and
master.
then Wano itself, it's very like typical feudal Japan stuff. But that's, you know, for me, I prefer that art style more than Discount Italy, which is what Dressrosa was. Also, the span of time, like in universe, Wano is several months long. Like Luffy was in that prison for like a month and a half or something like that. Whereas Dressrosa, we're supposed to believe that was all like an afternoon, which got really ridiculous, especially in like the you know, the anime. The anime made it a lot worse.
You and Lord Shimura taught me to ride. On that runt pony.
I'm gonna catch up on chats. Secure! Hey! One Piece talk. F yeah, good luck in the future. Gotta start those Marvel honest looks. Yeah, I should do that, especially now that in-game, you know, it's been out for a while, and you know, Iron Man and Captain America are kind of not around anymore. It's something I really do want to do.
Oh no!
Just not sure how much of the comics I want to get into with those,
It was out here you
or
nearly killed
what
your
this
uncle.
like. Do I want to do it in my typical honest look style, or do I want to do it in more of a open air discussion form like I did with my Falcon and Winter Soldier video. I
I know the
I
story.
gotta
My uncle's black eye took weeks
I gotta
to
consider my time a lot
Lord
more
Shimura and your father laughed
with
so
YouTube,
hard,
and
I hear
I've
they
always
both
been someone
tried
who
to
considers this time when it comes to editing and stuff.
heal. I don't remember my father's
Now that I
life.
have that full-time job, that's
He
absolutely
lost his
exhausting
humor
and
after
killer
your
on the
mother
feet.
got sick.
I have to
But
be a lot
you
more
have
like
your father's
mindful
love.
how long videos are going to take me to do.
Here we are.
I'll go some mat on a campfire. You sleep out here?
Only when I spend the day foraging for plants. I'll look for the flowers we need.
Rest, Yuriko. I will get them for you.
Don't eat the seeds, they're poisonous.
I'm not a child, Yuriko.
Oh, I know. Remember how we gather flowers for your mother?
She arranged them for the little alcove at home.
That should be enough. Bring them to me, young master.
I also want to do a lot of I do want to do more One Piece content. I'm waiting for Wano to end to do like
Make
a
paste and dip the needles.
3 to 5 minute video
Sure, the
talking
dose is
about
strong.
like
It should do
its
what you
strengths,
need.
its weaknesses. It does have some weaknesses. Oda has fallen into some old habits that I'm not
It's
fond
done.
of.
You're sure he came this way? The old woman has a camp around here somewhere.
Particularly with off-screen stuff.
Stay there, Yuriko. Let's see if this poison works.
He will regret what he did to Sadame and the others. I just want his head.
Where's some of the other conversations I wanted to have? Yeah, with One Piece, I am definitely going to do the more open forum, discussion style videos. So I think that style of video
Are you hurt, young master?
just it really lends itself well to One Piece stuff. I think.
Don't worry. I dealt with them.
Sometimes I forget you're a grown man.
I forget sometimes too. We should get back to the estate.
I'll stay. I need to straighten the place up.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Hush! You are not a child, and I'm old enough to take care of myself.
Well, Ash, with
What are
my
the kinds of
video,
poison
with
you
my
use?
One Piece
Don't be so
reviews,
impatient.
I don't go like
There
plot
is
B by
another.
plot B. I go arc to
Causes
arc or
confusion
saga to
and
saga.
rage.
Actually,
But the
like I'll do a whole saga in like 3 to 5 minutes.
What were they?
Try to remember.
That
Sounds useful.
I don't know if I could do honest looks because One Piece is such a plot heavy series, and the characters are so like kind of simplistic that I don't think the series really needs
What were they?
honest looks. Like I don't think the honest look format really
It has petals.
works for One Piece characters. I could do again like discussions, where I'll take like the Straw Hats and just go on for an hour about the Straw Hat crew as like an entity as a team and stuff. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know about character breakdowns with One Piece. So You can get that plenty of other places. I'm not sure how much I could add to the conversation when it comes to, like, describing what kind of character Luffy is and how he has impacted the world of One Piece and how good it actually is, and, you know, the analysis part of any One Piece analysis is not something y'all need me for. I'll stick to doing what I do best. I'll just look retrospective at the Konoha 11. That, I think, is a better idea. I think, generally speaking, Naruto characters have a lot more going on in the headspace. The problem with One Piece, or the problem with... Yeah, okay. So the problem with One Piece characters is that they don't have a whole lot going on outside of whatever role they have in the world and plot of One Piece. Which is totally fine when you have, like, 800,000 characters, each of them with, like, names and gimmicks and stuff. The problem with Naruto characters is that they don't have enough going on outside of their own headspace. Like, they are all very interesting, fascinating characters with, like, philosophies and ninja ways and tragic backstories that have enforced and informed those viewpoints in very subtle and also realistic ways, and other ways that are, like, not subtle than the slightest. But then they don't do anything. Like, the best examples are Hinata and Rock Lee. I think Hinata and Rock Lee are, like, two of the best characters in the entire franchise. And they have, like, the best, like, philosophies that inform their characters. Their actual characterization and personalities are really strong and really well written and well conceived. But then they don't do anything. They get their flashback. They get their, like, one fight during the Chunin exams. You get Hinata versus Neji and Rock Lee versus Gaara. And then it's all kind of just hanging out from there. Like, you know, they're there. You know, they fight the Ten Tails. You know, along with literally everyone else. Lee kicked Madara in half that one time. That was cool. Hinata, she got to hold Naruto's hand that one time when they you know, when Lee kicked Madara in half. You know, that same chapter. You know, that was neat, right? No, whereas you can take a character like Mihawk. You know, I'm going to use Mihawk as an example. He's the first one that popped in my head. Mihawk in One Piece, he doesn't have a backstory yet. We don't really know what he's about. We don't know why he became the world's strongest swordsman. He probably will eventually. But he bears such a striking image, and most of his, like, hype is from other characters. Like, he's the world's strongest swordsman. That's his title. That's his role in the story.
Jin, a word, please.
So when he shows up, you know, it's like, oh, shit, Mihawk's there. Something must really be fucking going down, right?
A man named Kajiwa
and then it usually does.
the men who
Like,
killed my family.
Just the characters in One Piece, even the borderline inconsequential characters. Like, one of my favorite characters in Whole Cake Island was actually Charlotte Oven. Charlotte Oven was part of the triplet set with Katakuri. It was Katakuri, Oven, and Daifuku. The guy with the genie power.
Lady Masako and I are
Charlotte
looking for
Oven
Tsushima.
does not have
We
a
know
lot
where
going
he
on
is.
other than being like, you know,
She appears to
supportive
be
of his brother.
everything.
Like he doesn't
I
have
fear for his
any
life if she
lines
finds him.
that
Masako's
that
good reason
show
to
any
believe
kind of
he
philosophy
recruited the men
outside of
who
just,
killed
you
their
know,
family.
being family. And he's at the end of the day, he's just a member of the Big Mom Pirates. He's just one of Big Mom's 80-something kids. But
Jushin, I need to talk to
on
you.
top of having a really cool design,
As long as
The-
it's just talking.
when he shows up and when he throws down, like, he's strong. Like, he's as strong as Sanji is in that arc. Or at least that was my takeaway. You know, maybe Sanji would have been able to beat him in a straight up fight, but they
Take
never
the road
really
from
had a
here
straight
to
up
the
fight.
coast. Kajiwara's hut is on the beach.
But he has an impact on that arc, you know, by fighting people and by
Well,
We'll
chasing
take the road to the coast.
Beige around and by chasing Luffy around.
Thank you for
And
your help,
it's
monk.
really
Peace be with
good
you,
stuff.
Masako.
And you know, he doesn't impact
Can't
Luffy. He
imagine what
doesn't
this is thinking
change
that I didn't.
anything.
He
He's
doesn't
just
even
kind
try
of
to
there
hear me.
fighting.
It's like
But when
talking to a
he's
stone.
just
I
kind of
think he's
there
afraid
fighting,
of you.
it's way more than
You can
when
be intimidating.
Lee is
However,
just
that
there
is not a
fighting.
bad thing.
Like it's
We're
really
hunting
hard
a
to
cruel,
quantify and really
ambitious
hard to
man.
explain.
He was a retainer for our clan.
Even using those
Skilled,
specific,
but quick to anger.
you know,
We excused his behavior
examples.
until the day I caught him beating his wife and daughter.
Charlotte Oven has
Hurting
way
his own
more
family.
impact
I
on
dismissed
Whole Cake
him
Island
immediately. I
than
offered his
Rock
wife and
Lee
daughter
did in the
refuge in
Great
my
Ninja
house.
War.
Within a day,
It's just
they
a
were back.
it's just a sad
not
fact of
always
both
easy.
of their, you know, respective
Especially when
writing
you think they'll
styles.
change.
Like there's no way to fix it because,
This path should take us
you know,
to the
that's
beach.
just
We'll
part
leave the
of their
horses to
artistic
avoid being
vision.
seen.
That's just
We
part
should
of
approach with caution.
how they decided
want to
to
put Kajiwara's
handle their
family at risk.
respective properties. Scare, I'm not sure presence is the right word,
That must be Kajiwara's fishing hut. The Mongols found
but
it.
They may
maybe
have already killed him and his family.
There's a
maybe
chance
it's
they're
the right
still
word.
alive. Let's go.
Impact. I would say it's a matter of impact. Like presence for me would be like not needing to do anything and just like being eye catching. And in that case, Hinata has a lot of presence, just because she's just a very beautiful, well-designed character. And no, both Oda and Kishimoto are really good at designing characters. Like that's a strength for both of them. Even though they, again, like it's very different for the both of them. Oda tends to be a lot more cartoony. He tends to be a lot more like experimental with like body types and stuff. Like he has, you know, Bartholomew Kuma with like the very tiny little twig legs, but like the big beefy barrel chest and stuff. Whereas like Kishimoto, he tends to give his characters a lot more variety when it comes to like outfits and stuff.
Jin! No! Not yet!
Revive. Oh my god, this guy. Chill out with the gun.
I don't see any more Mongols.
Like,
Let's check
I would
the
say
house for
Mihawk
Kajiwara and his family.
has presence. Like that's he's kind of the epitome of presence with the narrow eyes and the really angular look and how he's always like looking through the characters instead of looking at them.
I always
You're
feared this would be
still
their
in
fate.
my sight,
the
or
Mongols killed them?
you're
Then where is
still in
Kajiwara's body?
range. I love that in the war, in the Paramount War,
This blade
and
is
the
covered in
Marineford
blood.
arc.
It doesn't look like a Mongol weapon.
I'm going to test this boy's
Fisherman's
fate.
tool.
And the same thing with Shanks.
New rolls of cloth.
Like Shanks has a lot of presence.
Silk.
Whenever
More than
he
a
is on
humble
screen.
fisherman could afford.
Again, like it isn't a lot, but he doesn't need to be on screen a lot because of
Masako,
Footprints. we know the
Moving away
impact
from
he's
the
had on
hunt.
Luffy.
what if Kajiwara survived?
We know he's always there in
Ran like a
Luffy's
coward.
heart.
Let's follow the footprints.
Kajiwara!
Lady Masako! The Mongols attacked my wife and daughter
Quiet, Snake! We know you killed them.
out of love. Better me than the Mongols. It's what they wanted.
You sick...
Jin! You recruited the assassins who killed my family. Who hired you? Tell me, and I will end you lovingly, like you did your wife and daughter.
All I know is he understood
Understood what?
how it feels to be ruined by you. How I was driven to poverty. The toll it took on my family.
Yeah. A lot of
Couldn't
plot
stand to
stuff
hear
happening
another
with
word.
Lady Masako
Everything
right
you said
now.
was a lie.
Except about
Just
being
want to
ruined
let that
by
little
me.
bit play
I know
out.
Sadao felt the same way.
The conspirators are bonded by hate. The attack on your clan was personal.
Organized by a rival samurai with a deep grudge. But I can't think of who.
We'll find him.
We still have business in Toyotama. I'll find you when I know more. Thank you for your help, Jin.
I want to put a pin in the One Piece discussion because we've been talking about that for a long time now. So, the main thing I wanted to talk about going into this was something I was really thinking about. So, on Twitter I saw something about like African cultures trending on Twitter for whatever reason. And I looked into it. I was like, oh, it's the statue that it was by an African American, so you can't call it racist. But it was this very, like... Well, let's just say if it was by a white artist, it would be put in the vault along with old Warner Brothers cartoons. And someone was criticizing it on fair grounds that, like, you can't treat African culture like a monoculture. Like, it's thousands of languages, billions of people, thousands and thousands of, cultures in Africa. Made me think about the idea of monocultures and where they originate from. And I'm going to use ours. I'm going to use America as an example. Because we kind of share a monoculture with Europe. And that makes sense. North America and South America, we used to be European colonies. For the United States, about a third of us was at one point under British control. A third of us was under French control, and a third of us was under Spanish control. And so we share a lot of similarities and a lot of, historical context with those cultures, with those people. But just as an example, I saw this, and this is why my head went to this, because a few days earlier, I saw a question of, like, why are all these fantasies medieval fantasies? And my conclusion that I drew was that the medieval period is kind of where a lot of these countries originated from. Like, it was the medieval period was kind of the birth of France as France, Britain as Britain, Spain as Spain, Portugal as Portugal, Germany as Germany. Like, before that, they were tribes that were subjugated by the Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire has a lot of cultural ties to Greece, which is why the other most popular fantasy trope for us is pulling in from Greek/Roman mythology. And Greece is one of the oldest civilizations in history. It's not as old as like the Middle East or like ancient India or even ancient China, but it's still pretty old. The Roman Empire kind of helped create a monoculture for Europe. Every single country in Europe was, in some way, shape, or form, affected by the Roman Empire. Even places like the Nordic countries, which were pretty far outside of the Roman Empire's reach, they still had some give and take with that. And that's why, despite all being different, a lot of European cultures do share similarities. They do share nomenclature like knights and castles. The sciences from the Renaissance. There's a lot of similarities between all the European cultures, and it all stems from how they were affected by the Roman Empire, and how the Roman Empire's fall led to the Dark Ages. And how the Dark Ages led to a lot of those countries existing. Asia, for Asia, it's the Mongols. It's the Mongols. Like, every country in Asia was in some way affected by the Mongol Empire. That and a lot of, they also share their common ancestry. Common ancestry also has a lot to do with it. Africa, on the other hand, doesn't have that same thing. Like, I guess you could say Europe would be their imperial influence, because they were all affected by Europe to some extent. But then you have countries like Ethiopia. Like, Ethiopia was never colonized.
After the Mongols are gone, I won't need it.
Then you have other parts of Africa that, had run-ins with empires long before the European powers rose. Egypt, Northern Africa was also part of the Roman Empire. And before that, they had their own things going on. And in Egypt, you also had Egypt was part of the Greek Empire as well, Alexander the Great, the Hellenistic Empire. So you can pull it back to that. And then even like in between, like after the Roman Empire, but before the European colonization, you had like the Saracens and the Moors.
I will never forget this moment.
Be careful up there.
That had control over all that. And the Saracens and Moors that made their way all the way to Spain. Like that's why Spanish culture has a lot of Muslim influence. Actually, is because they had at one point been conquered by the Muslim empires of the Middle Ages. There we go. That's more like it. Nope. I have used kunai more times in the stream than I think I have in the entirety of the rest of the game. In all my, my first playthrough. Come on. I don't even know if I have the ability to assassinate him through here yet. That's why you always use the right arrow for any given job. Saves you a lot of time. Speaking of... I don't think I even got anything from that.
You'll be free soon.
I owe you my life.
Go, and stay safe.
Arbo! Semanas! Enojadas! Legium Harsinta.
Hold still.
So yeah, no, like big theme or conclusion with the cultural influence. Just some food for thought.
Did the
Like,
Mongols take your key to Kosaku's
and
army?
nothing exists in a vacuum. There's
You may
always
have it.
context.
If more Mongols come, they'll get nothing from us.
And they do affect the stories we have, especially when it comes to fantasy. The Mongols in the garden. What garden? What Mongols? I don't see any. Ah, yep.
Chiharu! Yasunbe!
Stuff like that kind of takes me out of this game. I was just working there, and then fight breaks out right in front of me. Just still works. That kind of took me out of the game a little bit. Now I should be able to do this Masako, this last, not last Masako mission, but it's the last one for Act 2.
I am sorry. I cannot help you.
I need information, not apologies.
Perhaps the farmers know.
Perhaps.
Lord Sakai, I am worried about him.
Junshin, what was that about?
Lady Masako is looking for someone. She is angry I couldn't help.
Like you helped with Kajiwara the fisherman?
Did you ever find him?
Yes, after he killed his wife and daughter.
How could I be so foolish?
My friend can be harsh, but she speaks the truth.
This time, I truly do not know who she's after.
This will probably also be the
You've nothing to
last
fear.
side
I'll
quest.
speak with her.
Thank you, Lord
No,
Sakai.
there's still the one with
And
Yuna
also for ridding this farmstead of
that
monsters.
I'll get to.
Now we can rebuild.
These people are lucky to have you. Be well.
There's also the ones with Norio. I said I wanted to do. But I'm thinking with how rare these streams are going to be,
Escorted by armed men.
that
That will be all.
Did the farmers know who you're looking for?
I don't want to do too many more
Someone
in
on the
Ghost of
list.
Tsushima.
A thief.
So I
hope you
think
find him.
after
I need to handle it myself.
this
The farmer said they
Masako and
left
maybe
with
the
armed
next
men.
Yuna one, just to
Mercenaries.
wrap up
Professional
those
killers.
plot threads. I think
It could complicate things.
that'll be the only side quest I do.
I can use your help.
Like, I'll do
I need your
the
discretion.
final Masako ones, I'll do the final Ishikawa
You
ones.
can count on it.
I think there's,
Farmers said they
after
went
this,
toward
there'll
the
be
bridge outside
2
the
more of
farmstead.
each.
It's this
So I
way.
can knock those out in a single stream. But, yeah, I think the next stream I do, I'm gonna focus on I'm gonna focus on the main story. The next stream I do, I'll wrap up Act 2. Actually, how long have I been going? Have I been going for
Who
over
is
2
this
hours?
thief?
yet?
He looted Clan Adachi's estate after the attack. Stole valuable heirlooms, personal items.
When did I
What makes
tweet?
it worse is that Mai was our
1
former
hour
servant.
ago.
3 years ago, my husband.
Yeah, I'll
caught
do
her
this. I'll do the
stealing.
Unit 1.
He wanted
Now,
to
I
have
think
a
I'm gonna
plot.
finish Act 2
I
today.
did what I could for her.
'Cause I've been going for a little over an hour. I thought I was going.
Almost
I
sounds
thought
like
I had
you
been going
miss her.
for almost 2
She was
hours
a dear
already.
friend.
Yeah.
Her betrayal stings more than the others.
So. I know the end of Act 2 takes a long time, so I think I'm gonna.
I'm going to sell everything. I'm just waiting for the right time.
Too late. He'll sell those heirlooms himself. Now take us to them.
I'll pay you to leave them with me.
You have no money.
I have this comb. It's gold, with pearl inlay. That was a gift.
It might fetch a fair price.
No. We'd have our heads. Enough of this. Take us to the heirlooms.
We don't need the mercenaries alive for questioning. Just her. The more of them we eliminate, the easier it'll be to recover what's yours.
Just don't be seen, where they might hurt her.
Just don't be seen. Provides me a giant field of
You'll be in the open.
flowers.
Find cover. You'll give us away.
Someone's up. We've been followed! Stay on him!
Alright, so I do have to wait until they fall back. I think it wants me to take them out one at a time, but I think if I can chain.
Find cover.
How many can I think I can chain up to 3 now. So I have to wait until one of them falls behind.
Too close.
I think I can hit the other ones right away.
Look, he's distracted.
I'll take him.
Now I can get all 3 of them in the chain.
Too close.
How's your hiding spot?
A fair distance. I'll tell you a story. Once there was a girl who worked in a tea house. Her life was hard and had no cutter. One day, a monk from far
You'll
away
give us
came to
away.
the tea house, and the two fell instantly in love.
Oh, it wants me to take both of these guys out at the same time.
The girl was heartbroken, so she went
That
to
kind of
and learned how to turn herself
is the situation. Wait. I'm not supposed to just take him out? Huh. Thought that was it. Enforce stealth sections.
He'll be in the
Not
open.
let me play the
Find
game the
cover.
way I want to play it. How dare it?
Look, he's distracted.
I'll take him.
there was a girl who worked in a tea house. Her life was hard.
Too
and
close.
had no cutter. One day, a monk from far away came to the tea house, and the two fell instantly in love.
I don't remember if I said anything about this on Twitter. But, just to kind of switch topics up again. I saw the new Mortal Kombat movie that's on HBO Max.
And learned how to turn herself.
And
My wife knows that magic.
Sakai, step back.
there have been a lot of explanations for why video game movies never work.
She was clever.
And it's because I do think the main reason is
Sakai, step back.
that you lose something when you adapt a video game to a movie, whereas other adaptations into other mediums, they tend to add stuff. I just remembered something about the side quest. I'm gonna save the Mortal Kombat and video game movie talk because I got some not nice things to say about this part of the side quest from a writing standpoint. And it's you'll recognize some a certain trope when we get there that I have criticized in a certain show that I talk about a lot on the channel. Yes, this game, this subplot, this part of the subplot shares something in common with Ruby.
I need to speak with Mai.
I'm here if you need me.
You stole my family's heirlooms for those murderers. How could you betray me?
I didn't. You betrayed me. Turned me away.
I saved you. My husband wanted you flogged. He knew.
Then you should have left with me.
I was the lady of Clan Adachi. And you were a thief.
I still love you.
Tell me who you serve. He killed my family.
And he'll kill me.
I won't let him touch you.
I'll take you to your
Alright,
family's things.
so red time. Can you tell the Sucker Punch is from Seattle? Is that much obvious from that exchange?
We know the man
Like,
you work for is a samurai.
Compare this with the other Moscow
I
stuff.
never saw his face. He communicated.
Because there is a lot wrong with this.
My baby. How? I don't know. He said he knew what it was like to love you. That he understood my pain.
Masako.
Mai was my only... has been the only...
He was anxious about the heirlooms. Concerned they get broken.
He's eager to sell them.
Their value is purely sentimental. He won't get the money he seeks.
Then perhaps he has no intention of selling. It's possible they're personal to him too.
He was possessive in his notes. Spoke as if they were his.
The heirlooms belong to no one but my family. I am the only one who remains.
Your heirlooms are in the brush.
Jin, will you gather them? I need to say goodbye.
So, throughout this subplot, we have been hunting down the people who conspired to kill the Adachi clan. Lord Adachi, he was a samurai, he was like the best of the best. He's the guy who got lit on fire at the very beginning of the game. Lady Masako's sons were also there on the beach, and they got slaughtered. And I think there's also a secret side mission that you could go on with Masako by returning to Komeida Beach, and you find their bodies, as well as the other soldiers that served Clan Adachi.
But I cared for Mai, too.
You still do.
I think I always will.
The man we hunt has feelings for you.
Other than my husband and Mai, I've had no romances, no admirers.
He could have been lying, feigning sympathy to gather recruits.
I just don't know who would do that.
We'll keep searching. It's only a matter of time.
My work in Toyotama isn't finished. Meet me when you can.
And so, whoever did this, they took the opportunity when the badass warrior people were away to come around and kill. Keep in mind, all the women and children of Clan Adachi, all of them. Masako survived because she's badass. She was supposed to die too. They killed her daughters, her daughter-in-laws, no, her sons' wives. They killed her grandkids. So this woman has been on a blood path through every single person on this list of conspirators that we found in like the second from the string of side quests. All except for Mai. She has had no mercy, no sympathy, and for good reason, for all these people, except for Mai. Because they were lovers. Ooh. Now, not only is that kind of silly, progressive, like lesbians for the sake of lesbians, tokenism. It's dumb on that front too, but that's the least of its problems. It cheapens Masako because this is a woman again whose grandkids were killed by these people. And we're supposed to believe that this former butt buddy of hers gets off the hook because of that. And we're supposed to believe that she's better than these people because lesbians. But then, you have to keep in mind her motivation. Her motivation for being part of this conspiracy is that Lady Masako stopped sleeping with her after she was a thief. Yeah, like the last guy, you know, from the prior part of this side mission. Yeah, the Adachi clan drove his family into poverty. So you have other people who had been at war with the Adachis for a long time, or had been, had suffered losses at the hands of the Adachi clan themselves, or, sought to gain some kind of profit, or notoriety, or, something like that. Or Lady Masako was a bitch to them once. Like, those are the motivations of all the other ones. But mine, it's because she couldn't be lesbians with her anymore. It's it's feminism that loops back around into being homophobia. It's very much gay villain stereotype. The touch-starved gay villain. It's Ilya all over again. Ilya from Ruby. And Ilya had this exact same problem too, where her whole motivation stemmed from her being a lesbian. Her whole motivation stemmed from her being in love with a main character, and that main character not reciprocating, and that motivation led to the goal of wanting to genocide people and wanting to kill this person's family. Ilya was fully on board with the plan to kill Gira and Callie and do a complete hostile takeover of Menagerie. Like, that was her plan in Volume 5, was to help out with that. Like, that was her role. And she only turned back when Blake straddled her hips and said, no, you could always, change your mind about stuff like that. I'm really getting bodied by the two weakest enemy types in the entire game. I'm not against villains being gay. I'm not against villains having motivations stemming from, like, how they were treated because they were gay. Or whatever. The oppression and stuff. Gay Magneto. Like, gay... I know Magneto's not gay. I'm using Magneto as a non-proper noun here. Like Magneto's whole thing is that he's a mutant and was oppressed for being a mutant, so he hates, people who oppress mutants, and he takes it too far. That's what makes him the villain. Like, I'd be fully on board with someone who was like Magneto, but instead of being a mutant, he was gay. I'd be totally on board with that, especially in this kind of setting.
Let the Mongols destroy the farm.
I know a lot of people are against that, though. I know a lot of people like, I think it was Red, over at Overly Sarcastic Productions, hated Birds of Prey because Black Mask was gay coded, and gay coded in a very lazy way. By the way, that movie was just bad. It was just a bad movie. But Birds of Prey, it tries so hard to be like this woke feminist, girl power movie. And it makes its main villain this like angry man child, the woman hater. Like, he just hates men. He hates all, or he just hates women. He hates all women, no matter what. Like, in the list of grievances between him and Harley cites the fact that she has a vagina as one of them. Can I not kill the eagle with the sword? I feel like that should hit him. Okay, why can't I see? What is going on here? What kind of weather pattern is this? Where am I going? I'm actually gonna put a cap in that. I do want to eventually do the Masako or do the Yuna side mission on stream, but for now I think I need to roll out the end of Act 2.
My lord, I hope you find the traitors who attacked Clan Adachi.
Treat your weapon
This
like a
was actually one of my favorite missions
done well.
in the game. Story-wise.
Thanks to your efforts,
And it's also
we
very
have an
long.
army to reclaim my castle.
I told you Yuna would come through.
I'm already arranging her payment.
I'm
The
gonna
Shogun's
kick back and actually
reinforcements
just
will
let
be
this
here
play
soon.
out. I'm gonna go
Before
further
they
from the
arrive,
mic now because I'm leaning back
We must resolve a new problem.
in my chair,
My scouts intercepted orders from the
stretching my
Khan,
legs out a bit.
addressed to Ryuzo. His mercenaries are poised to strike our flank.
Do you know where Ryuzo is now?
Not far. Fort Koyasan. You do not have to face him yourself.
He was my friend. I will deal with him.
Do what you must. Our forces will be ready for battle when you return.
Oh, is this not the end of Act 2?
Yuna may want to join me for this.
Can't take everything.
What are you leaving behind?
Oh, good thing
You're
I'm
leaving.
doing this then.
Your uncle kept his word. Our boat sails at dawn tomorrow.
Either way, I think this is going to be the
I
last
need your help
mission I
one
do.
last time.
Uh,
I found Ryuzo hiding in Fort
I'm
Koyasan.
going for at least 2 hours. Total. I've been
Can't.
going for, how long have I been going
Please
for now?
understand. I spent my life working for this. Going to bed hungry. Risking my neck so we'd have enough money to start a new life on the mainland.
Dang, YouTube doesn't have the
I can't give up now.
thing anymore.
I'm not
Hold
asking
on.
you to.
Maybe it'll be-
Help me defeat Ryuzo, and I'll see you off myself.
Okay.
This is
According
your
to
battle, Jin,
Twitter,
not mine.
11:59
All I want,
was
all we need
when I
is to
started.
start a new life.
1:59.
I won't stop.
I've been
with
going for over 2 hours, so this will be the last
Thank you.
mission.
You know,
I do.
for everything.
For some reason, I thought I've only been going for an hour and a half.
I hope you find peace.
You too.
And then I guess next stream I will.
My lord.
I'll do some more side missions. I'll
Listen
do
to your sister,
the
Taka.
2 Yuna side missions,
She'll take
and then
care of
I'll
you. Goodbye.
focus on
Lord
story
Sakai.
missions and wrap up Act 2.
I can do this alone. Under cover of night.
Is this where
Coming for you, Ryuzo.
is this where I kind of don't want to spoil it in case you guys are, in case there's someone watching this who hasn't played the game and is experiencing it for the first time through me, in which case it's been like a year, dude. Find a channel that plays this that played this game a little more like when it came out and put out the entire game a little more quickly. It's been about a year since my first stream. And I bought this game a little later. I bought this game in August, and I did my first stream there. So, it's been a little over a year and a half since I started this playthrough of the story. And it probably will have been a full year before I'm done, I feel.
A nest of traitors.
A nest of traitors.
Let us scout the fort.
Yeah. I think I'm right. I think I'm right. For some reason I was thinking that was in Act 3. I guess it makes sense. The end of Act 2 is kind of Jin Sakai at his lowest point.
Mongols. As if straw hats
So it
aren't
makes
bad
sense
enough.
that
Lord Sakai! Wait!
all the other bad
Give us
stuff
away.
be out.
I won't let you do this alone. If Yuna won't come with you, then I have to.
You're not trained for this.
In Yarikawa, you said we can save our home if we stand together. I stand with the ghost.
I can't pit you against Mongols. If anything happened...
At least let me create a distraction. Draw some of them away. Even the odds for you.
All right. When they chase you, ride back to camp as fast as you can.
I won't let you down.
Go. I'll make my move now.
Dogs! Mongols are nothing but ugly dogs! I'll tell Lord Shimura you're here! The samurai will come for you! They'll take your head, you coward! Samurai Tokuroku!
Sigenot! Yapşalgi! İson Soduen!
Ich hätte nicht Samurai nach Haar!
Should change retire.
Well done, Taka. Now get back to the camp safely. No sign of Rizzo. Must be behind the gate.
Fear you!
And nobody suspected a thing. And nobody still suspected a thing. And now they suspect a thing. Headshot. Let's get a other one. Get the other one with an exploding arrow. Face. can kill him right away. Nope. Get off there. And now they're all on fire. Not enough on fire. Just treat this like you treat the Arkham games. Ah, I ghost dance too. Stealth is optional. Yes.
Ryuzo, it's good to see you.
Ryuzo.
You know why I've
So,
come. Yes.
taking all bets.
I made sure you.
Am I
know
gonna
to
kick
fight.
his ass or is he gonna kick my ass again?
The Khan wants to.
Because
I'm not here
one of
to
the most
talk.
embarrassing things in my history of
us all.
streaming on this channel.
We can save our home together. It doesn't have to be like this. Yes, Ryuzo. It
Is
does.
being stuck on Ryuzo for like 45 minutes. Well, to answer that, you're gonna have to wait until next stream when I fight him once and for all.
Wake up, Taka.
Because you do not fight him
You were
yet.
gone so long. I knew you were in trouble. I came to help, but the Mongols
Kind of
caught
perfect
me.
timing on my part. Kind of hyping that up and then nope.
They're going to kill us.
Only if we let them.
God damn it, Taka, you had one job.
Just need to loosen this.
Don't you just love it when they put pointless ass quick time events in these games? Like press X to escape. Alright, I'm pressing X, I'm pressing X, I'm pressing X. Nothing. Ah, my favorite character in the game.
You must be thirsty.
Guten Khan.
Areg. Milk from my favorite horse. The final gift to me. She broke her egg yesterday. So I fed her to my men. We do what we must, Lord Sakai. That is why you and I are both survivors.
Ah, I love him. Every single line.
Samurai.
No, you are more than that.
More
you are
than
the
a
ghost. Convince your people to join me, and I will give them peace.
We will never serve you.
Your uncle said the same thing. When I asked him to end this war.
He refused to be your slave.
I too have pride in family. And I know what it's like to live in their shadow. Why should we settle for scraps when we deserve to be legends?
He is a legend.
See? Your people will follow you. Join me and save them.
Join me and save them.
You want to divide and conquer. You did it to Ryuzo.
See,
not us.
that's a good villain.
Oh.
That's a good villain motivation, you know, wanting to get out of his family's
legend.
shadow.
Does not even care about you.
And he handles it like not a child. He handles
kidding.
it like actual adults and
You can go.
stuff. You can go. Kill the ghost. He gives both of them an out. See, he doesn't just torture them because it's fun or whatever. Like, he gives them both an out. He doesn't, like, in his ideal vision, he wouldn't have to do that.
Stop! Tell you that!
Your friend died for you. Now I must find another. And you must choose again.
See, it's only when a character is confronted with the chance to change that something like this works. Like, you can't just have them be sad and angry just for the sake of them being sad and angry, or because this part of the plot requires them to be sad and angry. You have to give them a reason to be sad and angry, and it's so much more compelling when they can blame themselves. Like, yes, it is Khotun Khan's fault. It was his idea, but Jin could have saved him. Jin could have saved all these people if he just joined the Mongol Empire. But that wouldn't be right, and that would, like, now he can't. Like, he can't let Taka's death be in vain.
Show me your skill!
The disparity between when this game is written well and when it's not is astounding.
No mercy!
Jin!
Mina.
I just saw the Khan ride out with Ryuzo. Where's Taka? I know he's here.
Oh yeah,
He
and
left a
the
message
fact
saying
that
he'd
the
followed
Khan
you.
killed him with Jin's
Where
sword,
is he?
that adds more to it.
No! No! No!
Yeah.
Juna, where is
I dug that about a Ruby Volume 7, like I dug Tyrion using Crow's weapon to kill
You don't...
He wasn't
Clover.
supposed to be
I
here.
don't like
Why didn't he listen?
how it was ultimately handled with like Crow being blamed for Clover's death. Like, come on, man. Like, you know Tyrion's a psychopath and that he was there too, right? Like, is it so just outside of the realm of possibility for Tyrion to pick up a sword and use it?
tried to make you proud.
He wanted to be like the ghost. You shouldn't have made him come!
I tried to stop him. But he wanted to help.
That's Taka.
And you're not just handling it very mature, like she's crying, she's angry and upset, but she's still, like, cognizant enough to know, like, what kind of person Taka, her brother, was. In that, like, nothing Jin could have possibly said would have stopped him from doing what he did. That's the big squirty eyes. I've been using them pretty liberally this stream. Before I stream this again, I'm gonna have to, like, grind for some of the resources so that I can continue using explosive arrows liberally in this story. Without derailing the whole stream just to, like, try to replenish that.
That's the last of them. The Star Hats are finished. Leaves us alone.
He's still alive. With the Khan.
There's nothing more we can do here.
I need to bury my brother.
I'll help you.
It's a bitter note to end the stream on. I kicked ass, so it's all good.
I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
I swore I'd give him a good life. Keep him safe. This isn't your fault. It's mine.
No. It was the Khan.
It was
Ryuzo.
the Khan. Ryuzo.
Every Mongol on this island.
Every dirty Mongol on this
Help
island.
me kill them all. Help me avenge Taka.
There's no reason to leave anymore. Nowhere to go.
Just,
Nothing.
so long as you don't go full Eren Yeager and start killing the women and children, too.
Stay.
It's all cool.
And fight.
You should go to my uncle's camp and get some rest. I'll meet
The
you
the Mongols knew what they were signing up for when they
Taka
joined the
brave.
military and tried to invade Japan.
At the end.
there. He was always brave.
Reckoning in blood. I saw another message notification on my screen. Okay, that time I know I did. Hey, Eren had vague and unexplainable reasons for committing genocide that never get elaborated on. Yeah, it's totally a defense. Oh, I can't wait for Attack on Titan to be over now. The anime. 'Cause I've said for a couple years now that once the anime is over and stuff and it's all said and done, I'll go and I'll watch it and I'll binge watch it all the way through. Before, it was looking like it was gonna be just anime home, you know, like any other anime for a guy like myself. Like, no, I gotta watch this because it's important and the cultural zeitgeist, and if I'm gonna talk about it at all, I should probably watch it all the way through. That's how I treat like Evangelion and there's a couple shows that I've liked a lot, that I've loved, that I went into like that, like Trigun. One Piece, honestly, the manga, I was a little like that on until I got into it. But seeing the spoilers for the last few chapters of Attack on Titan, it's gotten me excited. Like, ooh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun to tear apart, and not in a good way. I'm not looking forward to it in a good way. I'm looking forward to it in a Rise of Skywalker kind of way, because if even half the shit I've heard about those last few chapters is true, oh man, it's gonna give me so much ammunition to use against it and all of its fanboys, and it vindicates me. It vindicates me very hard. Major legend increase. So, I think this is the last story mission for Act 2. I might be wrong, but I think I'm going to save that for the future. So, last call for questions as I just kind of vibe and build up some resources and wrap this up. I never did talk about my opinions on. I talked about like the main reason why I think a lot of video game movies just don't work. But I never did get into my opinions on Mortal Kombat. I thought it was kind of not good.
The required materials.
Kind of not good.
Very
it was alright, I guess. Like, it wasn't super dumb like I was expecting it to be. It kind of played a lot of it straight. Played a lot of things like it was an action.
Yes, without you, boy.
It put all of its emphasis on the action. There's a couple creative decisions that I was just like, what? Why? Like the whole new character. Like, why have a new character? That is so dumb. Why not just have him be Scorpion? Like, just make, keep Scorpion in the movie the way you have him in the movie, and have this guy be like the next Scorpion. Or new Scorpion or something. Like, why have him be a whole new character with a whole new, like, set of powers and abilities and stuff? It's so dumb. And it makes it look like we don't have any faith in the source material. It makes it look like, oh, all of these are video game characters. We need a real character. We need a real movie character if this is gonna work. Like, if that's the way you're going about it, even if I agree, I have to fundamentally disagree with that sentiment. Even though I agree, I don't think Mortal Kombat has very many genuinely good characters. It's kind of cute though, and I mean it already has Fuck. I'm totally blanking on his name. I keep wanting to say Gene because I think I was always more of a Tekken guy. It's not Ryu. What's the main dude in Mortal Kombat's name? Is that a cage? Coming loud. Liu Kang! I have no idea why I completely forgot Liu Kang's name. Like, Ryu is Street Fighter, Jin is Tekken, it's Liu Kang, and Mortal Kombat. But yeah, they already have Liu Kang for to fulfill the generic prophesized hero role. Like they don't need Cole. Yeah, Cole. I don't even know his last name. Like Cole, distant descendant of fucking Scorpion. His power is also like dumb for like Mortal Kombat. Like he's basically he basically has fucking Black Panther's stupid ass armor from the Black Panther movie / Infinity War in a game where it's like it's not only is it indestructible, but it can build up energy and then launch it out. Like that's just like it was dumb in Black Panther for the context of that movie. It's really dumb in Mortal Kombat. Anyway, I'm getting tired. I'm starting to yawn. I'm about ready for bed. I should stay up a little longer. I really need to not go to bed until later, but I think I'm gonna take a nap, and then hopefully that'll let me hopefully if I take a little nap I can stay up till like 2 to 3 a.m. and then get a full night's worth of sleep after that, and then be ready and well rested for work tomorrow. That's the ideal situation. I'm I'm finding myself presented with. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining me once again for Ghost of Tsushima. We made a lot of headway in this longer stream. We've been going since noon, and it's almost 3. We went for almost 3 hours today. Hopefully next week. I don't have any videos in the immediate pipeline. I'm not editing anything right now, so hopefully next week we can do this again. So until then, thank you all for watching. Have a good day.